Hello everyone and welcome to the Gooner Factory. So today it's going to be the first video in our new daily series, which will be just a 5-minute roundup of the most important Arsenal news stories of the day or other important talking points. With this though, if there's anything Arsenal that you would like my opinion on, please leave it in the comment section and I will feature it in tomorrow's video. So let's get into it. So today we're going to start with this RAYA RAMSDALE story that seems to be always evolving. It kind of died off about 2 weeks ago when people sort of started to come to terms with the fact that look, Raya's now Arsenal's number one. But then Aaron Ramsdale's dad come out to do that interview. And you've just seen the stories resurface massively, so I wanted to give my opinion on it, especially a TalkSport story that I heard, where Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent, who do a great show by the way, were discussing the situation with Ramsdale, and Andy said he's been disgusted by the treatment of Ramsdale, which obviously are very strong words. Look, and in my opinion, this is just a manager making a decision where he feels bringing in another player will strengthen the team. I really don't feel the massive outrage is needed. And this is coming from someone who wouldn't have even made the change myself. I feel Ramsdale's not done anything wrong. I think he's top 3 keepers in the league after Alisson and Ederson. But this isn't the first time you've seen a manager come in and make a big decision like this. The obvious one being Joe Hart at Man City. Pep brought in Claudio Bravo, sort of played him for a little while, but then brought in his current number one in Ederson. And maybe Arteta's done the same thing. He replaced Leno with Ramsdale, and after seeing him for a couple of years, he feels the position can be improved on. So he's brought in someone else. But the current goalkeeper coach obviously used to work with Raya at Brentford. And Raya is also Spanish, the same as Arteta. So this, I'm sure, was not some sort of rash decision. Arteta simply saw something that he didn't quite like with Ramsdale. And that doesn't mean he isn't still a top goalkeeper. And if Ramsdale does move on, he should be going to another Champions League club because he is at that level. But this massive media outcry just seems a bit much for me. And look, maybe it's being made a bigger deal of because, you know, it's the international break and there's not that many news stories. And something I will add though is Arsenal's next game is Brentford. So I'm pretty sure Raya will not be able to play in that game. So this is Ramsdale's opportunity to show everyone what he is still capable of. If there was ever a game for Ramsdale to display that he is still ready for it, this would be the one. So for that reason alone, I'm excited to see him play again. You know, we had that cup game that he played in and he looked like a nervous wreck. You know, that performance sort of dampened any flames that were about still, where people were saying Ramsdale should still be our number one. So I definitely look forward to the Brentford game. And I hope he has a worldie because Ramsdale last season for me was better than any Raya we've seen so far in an Arsenal shirt. So this next topic was actually given to me by one of the listeners, so thanks for that. And this question was, what Arsenal player would I least like to lose to a long-term injury out of Rice, Saka, Martinelli or Gabriel Jesus? Now this is a tough one, but I think I can give you an answer simply because we've had to deal with it so much in the last couple of years. But the answer also does change on whether you're asking me right now, as in this current injury situation we have, or is this no, look, everyone in the squad's fit and you sort of have to make your decision from there. So firstly, I'll go with our current injuries. There's no way it can be Declan Rice because Partey is injured. And if you take Rice out as well, then we have no great centre defensive mids. But if Partey is fit, then I would actually go with Rice because we've seen Arsenal without Rice. I mean, literally last season, we was in a title race. I know ultimately we ran out of steam towards the end, but that was due to key injuries of Saliba. Jesus obviously missed some time. So I know what Arsenal are capable of doing without Rice. So I would choose that. But if we're saying everyone is fit, I would actually change my option and go for Gabriel Jesus. And I do think he's one of the better players on that list. It's just we've seen Arsenal without him so much that we know we have other players that can come in and play in that position and get us goals. Now, Jesus is our best striker in my opinion, but you've seen TROSSARD play the last 2 games, for example, and he scored both times. And look, TROSSARD I will definitely be mentioning in another video, probably tomorrow's video, because I think there's a couple of important things to recognise with him. So watch out for that. But on this one, I would love to know your opinions on all the things I've mentioned in this video. All comments will be answered. And like I said, if you have any topics that you would like me to discuss or you would like my opinion on, please leave it in the comment section and I will answer it in tomorrow's video. Thank you so much to everyone who's watching and listening. I appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Gooners, have a good day.